I missed the first 3 signs completely. Looking back after 3.5 years of caregiving, I realized the subtle changes started months before I recognized anything was wrong. I'm not a doctor or certified caregiver. I'm someone who lived through this journey and did extensive research along the way. What I want to share with you today are the 12 early dementia signs that most families miss, starting with the ones so subtle that even healthcare providers sometimes overlook them. These aren't the obvious memory problems you see in movies. These are everyday changes that family members notice first, the ones that make you think, something seems different, but I can't put my finger on it. I'm walking you through these signs from most commonly missed to more recognizable. What shocked me about number 8 was how gradual the changes can be. By the end of this video, you'll know what to watch for and when to take action. Remember, this isn't medical advice. Always consult healthcare professionals for proper evaluation. But having this knowledge can help you advocate better for your loved one and catch changes when early intervention can still make a real difference. The first sign most families miss is when your loved one struggles with complex tasks they've done successfully for years. This isn't about learning something new. It's about automatic tasks becoming overwhelming. This often starts with cooking troubles. They might forget steps in familiar recipes, burn food, or leave ingredients out entirely. Many families initially think the person is just distracted. Managing finances is another common area. Someone who balanced checkbooks perfectly might start making calculation errors or having trouble following steps to pay bills online. The key difference from normal aging is consistent struggles with multi-step tasks requiring concentration. The person starts confidently, then becomes confused partway through. We often jump in to help without recognizing the pattern. If you notice someone consistently struggling with complex tasks they used to handle easily, it's worth paying closer attention. Changes in financial judgment often happen before obvious memory problems, but families miss this because it can seem like isolated incidents. Your loved one might start falling for telephone scams they would have easily recognized before. They might begin making unusual purchases, buying multiple unneeded items, or spending money completely out of character. This goes beyond occasional poor decisions. We're talking about significant changes in financial reasoning. They might give money to every charity that calls, fall for prize scams, or make impulsive expensive purchases without considering their budget. Sometimes this shows as extreme generosity unusual for the person, or the opposite, becoming unusually suspicious about normal expenses. These behaviors get explained away easily, but when you see a pattern of uncharacteristic financial decisions, especially combined with other subtle changes, it's an important early warning sign. This goes beyond occasionally forgetting what day it is. Early dementia causes confusion about time, seasons, and place in subtle but persistent ways. Someone might dress for winter and summer, not because they feel cold, but because they genuinely think it's winter. Your loved one might mention decades-old events as if they happened yesterday, or talk about going to work at jobs they retired from years earlier. Getting lost in familiar places is another aspect. They might drive to their regular grocery store and suddenly not recognize where they are or how they got there. The confusion isn't dramatic initially. It might just be consistently getting the day wrong or being surprised by the season. They might show up for appointments on the wrong day repeatedly. When confusion happens in familiar environments, it's definitely worth medical evaluation. One of the most heartbreaking early signs is when your loved one's personality changes when they encounter situations that challenge their cognitive abilities. This often happens before family members recognize cognitive problems exist. Someone who had always been patient and adaptable might start becoming anxious and irritable when faced with new situations. A simple change like going to a different restaurant could cause unexpected stress. This might show as increased anxiety about previously enjoyed social situations or becoming unusually upset when asked to make decisions. They might start avoiding activities they loved because they're unconsciously aware these situations have become difficult. Mood changes often happen specifically when cognitive abilities are tested, even subtly. Families attribute these to stress or aging, missing the connection to emerging cognitive difficulties. Before we continue, if this information is helping you recognize patterns you might have missed, please hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your engagement helps this content reach more families who need this information. Loss of initiative is when someone suddenly becomes disinterested in hobbies or social gatherings with friends. This isn't depression, it's a cognitive change affecting the ability to initiate tasks. Your loved one might stop household projects, stop calling friends, and stop planning activities they used to organize regularly. They'll participate if someone else initiates, but the drive to begin things independently disappears. This might show as no longer starting conversations, not beginning hobbies without prompting, or waiting for others to suggest activities they used to initiate themselves. This subtle change often gets attributed to laziness or mood issues when it's actually an early cognitive symptom. Language problems in early dementia are more subtle than dramatic word-finding difficulties you might expect. Initially, your loved one might seem like they're just having more tip-of-the-tongue moments than usual. They might start substituting words when they can't find the right one. Instead of remote control, they might say, "the thing for the TV." This can progress to calling objects by function rather than name. Following conversations might become harder, especially in groups or with background noise. They might lose track of topics or seem confused about who's being discussed. Writing changes often accompany speaking difficulties. Someone might make more spelling errors, use simpler vocabulary, or have trouble organizing thoughts in writing. These aren't occasional slip-ups. They're consistent patterns representing change from usual communication abilities. We all misplace things occasionally, but early dementia creates a pattern of putting objects in unusual or inappropriate locations. This goes beyond forgetting where you put your keys. Someone might start putting items where they make no logical sense. Car keys in the refrigerator, important documents in the bathroom, or food items in bedroom drawers. When asked, your loved one can't remember putting them there. Normal misplacement usually has some logical connection. A person with normal memory might put glasses in an unusual spot but could retrace their steps. The concerning pattern is items consistently ending up in inappropriate places with no memory of putting them there. They might also start accusing others of moving or stealing items when they can't find things. What shocked me about this sign was how gradual the changes can be. Your loved one's personality changes in early dementia can be subtle but profound, affecting relationships long before anyone suspects cognitive problems. Someone who had always been trusting and social might gradually become suspicious and withdrawn. They might question neighbors, friends, and family members' motives. Previously enjoyed social situations might become anxiety sources. Some people become passive when they were assertive, while others might become aggressive when they were typically calm. Changes in humor, empathy, or social awareness can also occur. These shifts often happen because the person is unconsciously aware that things are becoming difficult, even if they can't articulate what's wrong. They might withdraw to avoid situations where difficulties would be apparent. Families often attribute these changes to depression or stress, leading to hurt feelings when the real cause is neurological changes beyond anyone's control. While repetition is a more recognized dementia sign, families often don't realize how early this pattern can begin or how subtle it initially appears. Someone might first tell the same story twice in one conversation. This can progress to asking the same questions multiple times within short periods, forgetting they've received answers. The repetition isn't intentional. your loved one genuinely doesn't remember asking before. This can be incredibly frustrating for family members answering the same questions repeatedly. Early on, gently reminding them might work temporarily, but this becomes less effective as the condition progresses. Understanding that repetition is a symptom, not a choice, helps families respond with patience and develop compassionate management strategies. Problems following conversations start subtly and can be mistaken for hearing problems or lack of interest. This goes beyond occasionally losing track of what someone says. Someone might have trouble following conversation flow, especially when your loved one is in groups with multiple people talking or when topics change quickly. They might respond to something said minutes earlier or seem confused about who's being discussed. Phone conversations might become particularly challenging without visual cues. They might agree to things they don't understand or give responses that don't match questions asked. In groups, they might stay quiet more often, not from lack of interest, but because following multiple speakers has become overwhelming. This difficulty can lead to social isolation, further impacting cognitive stimulation and emotional well-being. Decision-making difficulties often appear early, but get attributed to being overwhelmed or stressed. This goes beyond taking time to make important decisions. Someone might start struggling with everyday choices that were previously automatic. Simple decisions like what to wear, what to eat, or which TV show to watch can become overwhelming for your loved one. They might stand in front of their closet for extended periods, unable to choose clothes, or spend excessive time in restaurants unable to decide what to order. The difficulty extends beyond complex decisions to simple routine choices they'd made effortlessly for years. When someone who was previously decisive consistently struggles with basic daily choices, it's worth noting as a potential early sign requiring professional evaluation. The final sign is often noticeable to family and friends, but frequently attributed to aging, retirement, or mood changes rather than cognitive issues. Your loved one might gradually stop participating in previously enjoyed activities. Concentration requiring hobbies might become frustrating, social events might feel overwhelming, and they might decline invitations more frequently. This withdrawal happens because once enjoyable activities have become cognitively challenging. Rather than risk embarrassment or frustration, they might avoid these situations. The key difference from normal life changes is withdrawal across multiple areas, representing significant change from usual interests and social patterns. Early intervention can help maintain engagement with modified activities and social connections, crucial for cognitive health and quality of life. If you've recognized several of these signs, don't panic, but don't ignore them either. Early recognition can lead to better outcomes, more planning time, and access to treatments that might slow progression. Get a proper medical evaluation. Keep a list of specific changes you've noticed and when they started. This information will be valuable for healthcare providers. I've created free resources to help, PDF documents including medical contact templates, support websites, and safety checklists. Links are in the description. Remember, you're not alone. Early recognition gave my family precious time to plan and create meaningful memories. If this helped you, please share it with others who might need this information. Subscribe for more caregiving insights. Knowledge is power, and early action makes all the difference.